Hello? Testing, testing. Ah, shit, I freaking... Oh my god, shit, my return stream has been freaking hijacked because I didn't prepare my freaking OBS before the stream. But anyway, hey guys, welcome back! Finally, after I don't know, 2 weeks of not live streaming, I am finally back on YouTube. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Ozpin, and today we're gonna be doing another Blender stream. If I could just open up Blender on OBS right here. Apologize for the scuff here, guys. I haven't really been using OBS that much ever since the last time we streamed, so I'm just gonna open up this part here. There we go. Anyway, guys, hey, I'm back. After me getting like a fever and my voice losing itself during the past few weeks, and after also a few bits of college requirements I have to do, I'm finally back to streaming. Yay, let's go. I guess I don't really need to explain myself here. I think I've already like told you guys why I haven't been streaming. But basically my voice lost itself on the last time I've streamed. If you could remember, I think the last time I've streamed here was when I did my LMMS live stream, and I lost my voice. Specifically, I think I had like an infection in my throat, I think. Because I just literally just can't speak. Like if I try to speak, I would just I would just utter a bunch of air out of my mouth, and it's really bad. So I had to like stop myself from streaming because I need to rest my throat for a bit. And I heard from recommendations online that I should probably rest my throat for about, I don't know, like 10 days. But eventually my throat healed in about less than a week. But then when I finally decided to get back into streaming, it was already like the middle of my midterm, so I had to like study for that, and thus I had to like delay my streams again for for the next few days. And then once I'm finally into, you know, going back into streaming, and I'm about to open OBS, all of a sudden, bam, I freaking had a freaking fever all of a sudden. But not really a bad fever, it's more like the fever you get when it's, you know, it's not too critical for your health that you're not allowed to, you know, go to school or anything. But it is still like very 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 annoying to have this little migraine of mine throughout this entire week. So I'm still like able to attend you know, to some basic activities like, you know, animating for this animation I have planned, or going to school. But like I'm still not like, I was still not like in the peak condition to stream. So that's why I freaking didn't stream. It's because of this little fever I had going on. But now that we're back and my voice is technically all right now, I can still feel like this little thing in my throat that suggests that I might lose my voice if I don't rest my voice that much. But since I'm back into streaming, let's go back into making, well, not really making, but finishing Harvest Moon Pete. So very last left off, I think we finished making the 3D model, which I think we're already done with. But now I want to make everything else in this image right here. Hold on, let me just quickly move this around here at the back. So I already made a 3D model over here, but as you can see, I want to make some other stuff here, like the ground, the cow. I think I can just import the cow model from somewhere else. I just want to make a tree, a barn, and I guess a sky as well, if we could. Basically make all of that and turn it into like a little bit of a little diorama here. Since we already made the character, we might as well create the backgrounds. And I don't think that'll be too hard to make. So let's start off with switching this back to solid mode. Go with this background a bit to the back. Move this a little bit here, and let's go ahead and I guess we can make a let's make a circle, right? All right, cool. And let's go ahead and free that. Like I say though, since I have been taking care of my health this past 2 weeks, I haven't really been touching Blender for a while. So I apologize if I feel kind of a bit rusty in terms of how I use Blender here. Let's see. I guess this can work. Okay. Alright, so that's good. Let's see. Let's also move this a bit to like that, I guess. I want like a little bit of like a curved ground that he stands on, so we'll put this here. What else? Alright, so that's the ground that he will be standing on. I think I'm just gonna shade smooth that. Okay, cool. Alright, let's do a little bit of a Blender warm-up since I haven't touched this program in a while. Aside from making a bunch of grease pencil stuff, but you know, I haven't really been working on a bunch of 3D stuff, so might as well start off with making a simple barn. So I'm gonna make a cube here. Oh my god. So I'm gonna make this a little bit of a miniature, so I don't want this barn to be too big. Alright, I need to stop talking. I can feel my voice losing itself again. Ah. .5 by 2, I guess. There we go. Alright. I mean, it's pretty good. That's a good start for a barn. Let me just move these stuff to a different collection. Call this background collection, I guess. Okay. Hold on, let me just check to see if my freaking live stream is working well. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay. Okay, this one is it in a part of a collection? No, I don't think so. I'll just put this in the background collection as well. Okay, I'll just hide these this ground for a bit, as well as this one. I'll call this the background plane. Okay. Hide this. Just want to focus on making this barn right here. Alright. I noticed that the freaking origin point is messed up here now. It's not in the center of the geometry anymore, so I think I'll try to fix that at some point. For now, let's do a duplicate of this. Moving box. Oh my god. Extrude this. Okay, that's good. Is that too high. I don't know if it's too high. I want this to be at a cartoonish height. So I think I'll just move this a bit down here. Let's see. I think it would be best if the barn is a bit in the distance, I guess. Okay, that's cool. Alright, so next I'll just make a few edge loops here. Like maybe up to here, I guess would do. Okay, that's good. Oh, we need to also make a, let's say there's like a freaking extrusion here. Okay, I'll just make a loop cut here. Wait, let me just do this. Okay. Alt Z. Delete everything that's over here. Actually, wait, let me just quickly set the origin to geometry, X faces, then, oh my god. You know, there's this, I've been looking around the Blender extensions on my pastime, and I saw this one add-on that gives me the ability to do some non-destructive modeling on my 3D viewport. I'm about to lose my voice. And how it works is that in this add-on is that automatically gives you shortcuts to add modifiers to your freaking meshes and stuff. And you know, at first I thought it was a bit primitive, but now that I'm noticing how inefficient my process is here in Blender, I think I could use that add-on to make some, I don't know, to help me, you know, speed up my workflow by giving me some much more needed shortcuts in this program. Anyway, let's just do this. Let's extrude parts of this. There we go. Alright, it's cool. Let's make a button right here. Not button, I mean like I'll put the cursor right here. I should have selected. Then let's make a cylinder. A cylinder with 16 verts, because I am not very keen on a cylinder with 32 edges to it. So we'll keep it at this. Okay, just Control I H. Oh no. L Control I H. Okay. I'm freaking. I need to rest my voice. Fuck. A little bit more. Or maybe I just need to drink some water. Hold on. Cause see guys, I think what's happening is that I think my mouth is getting much drier than usual. Because I noticed I will wake up in the middle of the night and notice that my entire mouth is just so dry. Compared to before, I would always be like, you know, I always have like saliva in my, you know, in my oral cavity. But now that it's so dry, I think it's now causing some harmful bacteria to spread through my mouth, and thus is now spreading towards my pharynx and into my larynx, I think. I'm not an expert, just so you know. I'm just like giving my theories as to why I think I'm losing my voice here. Anyway, let's just delete these vertices. Alt H, Alt Z. L S. Okay, it's gonna be like a little bit the gutter of the roof. So I'm gonna just turn this like that. Move this a little bit smaller. And let's move this towards the very end here. And the very end here. I heard that the blender recently got like a freaking upgrade to its there's like a new blender update that was just released. Was it 4.4 already? Or 4.3? Like, I don't remember, but I haven't really been keeping track of the freaking blender updates right now. Yeah, so far I think, I don't know, even though I like what the Blender team is doing right now, the Blender the Foundation is doing with its software, I guess I just find it hard to use any of the new features that they're adding right now. Hence why I'm still using features that was still introduced like one in Blender 3.0 or something. I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure. It says here down here that I'm using 4.2, but I'm still using features that are introduced. I'm only using features that are introduced like way before that, like the geometry nodes is I guess the newest thing I've been experimenting on. But other than that, I'm still like modeling stuff manually and shit, as if it's still Blender 2.8. Anyway, let's extrude the faces here along the normals. Okay. Okay, that's the, I guess the gutter. I think now could be a good place for me to add a, how do I say this, like a curve here. Let's go with the path curve. I want to see if this could work. I want like a little bit of a pipe going down this this gutter, you know, because you know you do want to like put the water somewhere, and what more than to let flow to a different bin here. Let's see, shape keys, no. Where is it? Geometry. No, that's not that shit. This one, break. Now, if you would ask me right now how I would, you know, turn this curve into a cylinder before, I would have easily answered that. But now that I haven't been using Blender in a while, I started to see that I'm getting a little bit rustic in terms of what's going on in Blender. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna move this pipe towards here. Like that. Like that. Wait, I think I'm gonna mirror this to X global. Let's have it be here instead, since the camera is facing this way anyway. Alright, cool. Anyway, aside from this, I've also been working on the wrestling animation on my off time. I recently colored the last scene we did. The last scene we did on the last stream we did on this channel. Wherein it's, you know, it's the guy like shaking his freaking hips around because his balls got knocked off. I finished coloring that scene, and now I'm in the process of animating the armatures to an action wherein the blue guy starts, you know, elbowing and moving this. Oh shit, it's the wrong. Elbowing and knocking the red guy down, and then finishing it off with a. What do you call it again? A suplex? What am I forgetting? Like, it's like a. What was it? A pile driver. I'm not forgetting my wrestling terms. Shit, I'm a fake wrestling fan. Oh my god, if I can't remember this one wrestling move I'm trying to do in this one animation. But yeah, I'm animating that scene now, and it's a bit difficult to do because, unlike the previous wrestling actions that I've been animating on my past streams, this one is a bit hard to choreograph because of. Hold on, let me just move this a bit to the front here. There we go. This one's a little bit hard to choreograph because I have to. Because whenever you get two meshes touching each other, it's always not gonna look great because there will be a bunch of clipping issues I need to fix and shit before I can actually, you know, trace the 3D models around and, you know, transfer the shapes into my grease pencil. Anyway. Here we go. Okay, that's good. I won't mind the clipping here because I don't think it'll be seen in the camera, so. Okay, next. There we go. Much better. Oh yeah, we can also maybe add like a drinking. Like a box for where we can like add water. Let me see. Okay, I'm just gonna name this pipe. Call this barn. And let's move this pipe towards the background collection. Oh my god. Sorry guys, I always have I have to keep interrupting the the stream here just to drink water and blow my nose. I mean, if there's any good news, at least I am now able to, you know, speak again. Unlike before, I just cannot like utter a single word in my mouth. Anyway, let's move the cursor here. Make a cube. Move this down here. Let's move this a little bit higher, I guess. Now, this will be a much more efficient form because, you know, if ever it rains, the raindrops would just fall down the edge of the roof here, fall down this gutter into the pipe here, and it would just refill this, you know, this little watering station I have going on here. It's great. Another thing about it, I never, you know, since this is a Harvest Moon fan project that I'm working on here, I came to realize that throughout the, I guess, the 2 games that I've played so far, which is Harvest Moon Friends of Middletown and Harvest Moon Tale of Two Towns, I don't think it ever came. There never was like a point where I had to worry about the first of my animals. I know it's like a little bit of a nitpick, but you know, it's a little thing I noticed. Like, never really get to, you know, to let your animals, you know, drink water and shit, even though water's an essential part for your crops, but not for your animals. Now let me just make a, there we go. Okay, I'll just do a subdivide here. About 1/8 or 2/8. About 8/8. Not too big. Okay. Alright, nice. A little bit of a bend right there. Now, should I also add like a little bit of a pump, a water pump here? There's nothing that ever came up in the game. Okay, maybe I'll leave it as this for now. Let me see what else we need to add. Oh yeah, we also need to add the windows to this. All right, so I think I'll just add a cube here. There we go. Put it down here, just like that. And also, I also need to make a fancy little thing. What even is this part of the barn? I keep on seeing this like there's this part of the barn on its second roof. If your barn has a second floor, like this little thing on the top that I don't really understand what's it, why they, you know, why the architects have to go all out in making this little pattern in the top of its roof. You know, it's a little bit infuriating. Anyway, let's make a a cube. All right. Alright, let's do some clipping. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. Alright, let me just center my view here. Let's also change the mat cap here, because I can't really see the edges of my barn here. Alright. Let's delete this. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, looking pretty good. Let me just move this to the back, I guess. That's okay. Okay, looking pretty good, really good. Let me just check to see if the faces are aligned. Okay, good. I need to worry about this one, because the reason why it's red is because of the outlines and shit. Okay. Alright, so next. Shit, I think we need to do this. Oh my god. faces. Okay. All right, that's good. Let me just quickly add an image editor here. Let me just do that. I just can't, you know, switch my view from here to here without squinting my eyes a bit. Anyway, how does this work again? Okay. So just like one direct thing from here to here. Okay. Alright, so now comes the hard part. Okay, I'm just gonna make a slide like that. Which has to be at the diagonal, eh? Okay. Alright, so now faces. Okay. Then F, does that work? I guess it works. F. Alright, cool. Let's see how this looks. Alright, not bad, not bad. For a low poly model, it's good. Okay. Alright, so next. Okay, I'm just gonna make a few loop cuts here. Okay, Control B. Okay. Oh wait, Control B. Alright, looking good, looking good. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, let's shrink this down like that. So this one. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh my god. Okay. Let's make a loop cut here. Huh. Let me make a loop cut down here. Stuff. Hold on. Control R, E. Oh, it's there. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh my god, this is gonna suck. Oh god. Alright, there we go. We got barn here. What else do we need to add? Yeah, we can try to make it tiled, I guess. Not sure how I'll do that though, but let's try to do that. Shift D. Convert to curve. Tile, roof, curve. Okay. Alright, next we're gonna make a freaking let's make a plane like this. I tried to do this before, but I remember it really sucked. So let's see if this would work. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit jank, but it's doing what I want it to do. It's confirmed to the... Oh my god, wait, let me just do this. Okay. Okay, cool. So now I just need to extend the amount of tiles there are here. All right, here we go. And another array. Hold on, let me just move this down here. Now it's too tiled. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's much better. Yeah, there we go. Ah. Now let's do a... Man, I can't believe I got this to work. Okay, so now we got this. Let's go ahead and mirror it. There we go. Nice, we got a barn here. What else? Okay, so we got the barn, we got the ground. Might as well make the tree as well. So let's do that. As I said before, it's gonna be a very short stream since it's really we're working with very simple objects here. So let's make a cylinder. Call this tree. Let's select everything here. Move it to background collection. Now this one. Put here. Put here. Alright, we're here. Oh, I need to blow my nose. Hold on, guys. Oh my god. Okay. Ugh. Oh shit. I am a very stuffy nose right now. Hold on, one more blow. A box of tissues here that I don't use for, you know, that, but for blowing my nose. Alright. Ah. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. Now I know I have like a tree add-on with me right here that I'll automatically mix trees for me, but now for the sake of making this stream a little bit longer, we'll try to make a custom tree on our own. And let me just fix up this barn before we move on to the tree. Water box. Did I change the FOV of my... No, I didn't change the FOV. Oh my god, okay. That should work. Okay. Ah. Okay, let's move this down here. Let's make a... Where is it? The meta ball. Oh, not there. Do it over here, please. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, looks pretty good. Alright, let's add a beehive here somewhere. Let's make a cylinder. Like how so far we haven't really been using the sculpt mode that much, and mostly relying on, you know, what's it called? Box modeling for most of what I've been making here on the stream. Anyway, let's do this here. All right. Okay. Nice. Alright, we got all the, I guess all the shit here going on. I still want to add the cow. Okay, we'll add the cow. Let me see. This one is still in my asset browser here somewhere, right? Or am I just imagining things? I don't have a cow model here saved up in my asset browser. I guess not. So I guess we'll be importing it from an old project of mine here. Let's do it here. There we go. Okay. Control C. Control V. Oh, that's a big cow. Oh, what? Why is this? I'm not linked up to this. There we go. Oh my god. Okay. I think I have this conveniently shaped cow in my freaking Blender projects folder. Could sworn though, this was inspired by a design made by this one artist called Einstein Kartoffin, I think. I forget the name of the artist that inspired me to make this cow. This definitely wasn't inspired by Harvest Moon, because this was I made this around 2022. Check. Einstein artist, yeah, here we go. Einstein Christensen. Yeah, Einstein Christensen. This one was inspired by Einstein Christensen, the designer of this cow. It's not inspired by Harvest Moon. This was inspired by Einstein Christensen. Yeah. And it just so happened that his cow design is almost the same as the one that's, you know, in Harvest Moon. Let's see. Oh, is there something in the animation here that's causing it to stick back? Oh, oh yeah, that's definitely a... I'll delete all the keyframes here. All. There we go. I guess since we're making it faithful to the Harvest Moon design, I might as well delete this tongue here. As goofy as it looks, I do need to delete this guy's tongue. So there we go. Alright. Let me just drink some water here. Okay. So now we got this fixed up. Might as well add some materials to it now. I don't think I need to do any texturing here because these are just very simple things I need to color. So I don't need to UV edit anything. So with that being said, let's just jump into animating this, shall we? Coloring this. So let's start off with the barn. We can start off by peach shader. Are these okay? These are just very simple shaders we can use here. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the I'll turn this into a different shader here. Let's amp up the cartoonish factor. Call this the barn. So wait, this one's responsible for the shadows. Alright, good. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god. Alright, let's make another different here. Call this the barn color. I'll try to stick with the shading design of this, so it's pretty good. Get the other barn color here. Let's see. Okay, looking good, looking good. Oh my god. Oh shit, wait, what is this selected? Okay. Alright, nice. Okay, looking good so far. This one though, I think I need to change up the color of this. Does that look good? Let's see. Hold on, let me just add the background plane here. There we go. Oh my god. Okay, looking pretty good. Okay, I think what I'll do here is I'm gonna add a wave texture. Let's see if this works. Let's see, let's do a math. Oh my god. Please round it off, please. Some of it doesn't look right. Let's see. Color management here. Okay, standard. That's good. I'm gonna select this color here. starting to notice that most of the things I did for this barn is not really being seen in the camera. Anyway. Okay, so let's make this into another barn color, but let's duplicate that. I think with this one we can just get rid of the mission shader entirely. And let's use a emission. And a wave. T. Okay. Some math. Oh, frick. Let's rotate this. Okay, good. And let's do a mix color. Here we go. Oh god. Alright. Alright, this freaking roof tile is bugging me. Yeah, maybe I'll just get rid of this entirely. Alright. Oh my god. Okay. Ugh. see. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, that's good. Got this going on. It's kinda neat, I'd say. Let's add a few grease pencil stuff, then we can call it a day, I guess. Okay, let's move this to a new collection called as cow. Alright, let's do some grease pencil shit here. Starting off with this guy here. Let's do it from the surface. 8.112? Okay. Right. Okay. Let's see. Fill. What the frick was that? How much of these keyframes here that I forgot to delete? Let's see, let's add a noise here. I don't know if it's already good enough. Maybe add some clouds, I guess, to resell the scene. She'll add some clouds as well. Let's do it here. Let's add a meta ball over here. Okay, I might have to turn this into a mesh. Wait, what happened to the branch? Tree? Hello? Where is the freaking tree? Oh, there it is. Wait, what? Move. Move there. The frick. Alright, they're doing pretty good. Alright, nice. Dang. Looks pretty cool. I mean, it's very simple, but it's effective, I guess. Making this little portrait here. But anyway, I think anything else I want to add here other than this? It already looks pretty finished to me. So I think I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. How long have I been streaming? Only less than 2 hours. What the frick? Anyway, yeah, I guess that's gonna be the end of the stream, guys. This is how the freaking final freaking artwork looks like now. So I guess I'm just gonna be rendering this on my off stream, then I'll probably make the time lapse of it afterwards. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe. Don't worry, we're gonna be doing some more live streams in the future after this. I think I'm doing another coding stream maybe, because I do want to practice more of my JavaScript coding shits in the future. So if you guys want to see that, be sure to tune in and subscribe. And that's gonna be it, guys. Now go read a book. Bye bye. Bye.